What's up, guys? It's TechnoViking23 coming to you today with some Raid Shadow Legends, and we are on the new free-to-play 2023 account today, and we're hoping to cross a pretty big milestone this evening. I have actually gone ahead and shifted over to Nightmare Clan Boss. We're kind of trying to focus on that, moving up to it, to see if we can finally get that 3 key. Now, we are on day 76 on this account. I believe out of all the raid accounts I play, this is probably the fastest I've ever been able to get this far in Clan Boss. We're using the same team we've been using basically since we started. And we're going to go in here and see if we can get the 3 key done finally and cross that off the checklist. You see we need 39,166,000 damage. So basically we need to hit 13 million on this key to be safe, or I think 12.5, or not 12.5, 12 million might actually do it if we can get 12 million and a little bit over that. So let's take a look and see if we can cross that threshold, and then we will go in and take a look at the gear on these champions, because it's really nothing spectacular. You can see we don't have too many blessings right now. We do have some other champions we're going to be thinking about bringing in for Clan Boss, so we will talk about that at the end of this as well. But let's go ahead and just jump in here. We're going to let it play on auto. I don't have any kind of speed tune on this or anything. It's just basically a full auto team that I have put together, so we'll see if they can do any good here. And remember, we need to get between 12 and 13 million damage on this key to see if we can get that 3 key Nightmare milestone pretty quick on the account. Now, I've been upgrading the gear kind of slowly. We are in the middle of the fusion. I'm actually trying to go for the fusion. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it or not, but we did get pretty lucky, and I did pull some shards for the summon rush and actually wound up pulling one of the epics. So if I can finish the summon rush out, I think I need to pull like 600 mystery shards to get the epic from that. We actually would have 2 epics already and be halfway done, which would mean we could skip a lot of the other events, especially the arena events. Kind of tough right now because we're on an earlier account. We can really only farm in gold 2. We can't really even farm because there's not a whole lot of one-man defenses, so it's pretty slow going trying to get the arena points right now for that part of the fusion. But everything else we're doing pretty good. We did finish the dragon tournament out, and we're working on getting artifact enhancement done. Actually, that's kind of the cool thing. I saved up a lot of silver, so I was able to actually upgrade a few gear pieces on the Clan Boss team, and that kind of helped us go up to even think about doing the 3 key here on Nightmare. So we're at 5 million right now, turn 10. This team actually has been surviving surprisingly long. I'm actually pretty shocked that I'm getting this much mileage out of Hyria, because her stats are pretty bad. But kind of the shield overlap from Grappler and Taragi kind of helps her out. She does bring in that ally attack, which is so valuable. And then this team, again, doesn't have the most consistent poison either. The only really good poison comes out of Taragi and Hyria every so often. We got to have that leech stay up too from Deacon whenever he can get that out. That really does help with our healing. You can see there he did put it up there. And then Chani is really valuable here because she gets to extend a lot of these debuffs that we're able to put out. So we get a lot of mileage out of what we're able to do debuff-wise, even though we don't have the best poison debuffs from this team. We're probably eventually going to have to make some changes once we do try to go to Ultra Nightmare, but I think this team is probably capable of eventually 2-keying Nightmare. Just we need better gear. You'll see when we do go in and look at the gear that the gear is still not optimal. We still have some 4-star pieces on some people. We're still missing a lot of accuracy, especially for Deacon. Chani needs some better gear. They all have their issues. Taragi needs some better survivability, but we'll take a look at all that here. Oh no, we lost here really early. That's gonna hurt. We're gonna need a shield from somebody here, or we're probably not gonna make it too much longer. Oh boy, it's going to be close. I don't know if we're even going to hit 11 million now. See, this is what always happens. Try to make the video, and then everything just kind of goes downhill. We're going to get close. Okay, we survived that AOE. We got to get some poisons out. Hopefully, we got to get a shield from somebody here. We're just probably going to die here. Okay, we lost Taragi. Oh my God, we're so close. We're so close. Okay, good shield there. Increase the duration there. Oh, come on, guys. You guys can do it. Oh, it's going to be so close. It's going to be so close. Oh, man. Yeah, here he had dropped out pretty early there. We actually have been getting about 3 million damage from her, which is why we've been able to do a couple keys like up in the 14 million range. I'll throw some screenshots up here of the 2 keys I ran last night, which actually is what prompted me to try to get the 3 key here. Let's see how close we got. Did we get it? 39.4. There we go. We got that top chest, so hopefully we'll get some of these good rewards, legendary book, maybe a sacred shard. It's pretty nice that we can actually do this. And like I said, you're going to see here in a second when we go to champions, the gear is not good at this point. So pretty cool that we can actually go in here and already 3 key Nightmare clan boss. You can see the rest of the clan is not even, they're not really even. I think brutal is what most people are working on. Actually, maybe not hard. It's weird. I joined this clan the other day. This is a new clan I moved over to because there were like 6 or 7 people hitting brutal. In my other clan, I was the only one hitting brutal, so I moved up. And now it's like everybody just decided to quit playing the game. So I don't know. Clans are rough. That's one of the things I was trying to tell people about. You know, a lot of the content creators right now are doing this free to play challenge, and they're advancing through the game super fast. But if you look at their videos and watch them a little bit, you know, they're putting out some good concepts on how to play free to play. But at the same time, they're all in a clan together with 30 people. They're all hitting Nightmare brutal every day, getting double chests. So it's not as realistic as if you're a new player to the game, you're a solo player, and you're trying to find a random clan to join. And that's what I've been doing. I've just been using the clan tool on here, which if I was smart, I'd go on a Discord somewhere and just actually find a clan that needed people because there was an open spot in the clan I have my main account in, but their requirement is like 6.5 million player power. Well, I don't have anywhere near that, but I'm already 3 keying Nightmare this early in the game. So I could actually go into that clan and actually contribute to it and reap some better rewards even at this early stage of the game. But a lot of clans have that power requirement in there. But it's tough, but that's one thing I will tell you guys. Try to get yourself in a good clan if you're a new player. Go on the Discord, go on to Raid's Discord, and try to find yourself a clan that will take you as a newer player because it's super important. You know, even if we do 3 key Nightmare, we're only going to get 1 chest. And if you can get 2 chests, you might get 2 books or 2 shards or, you know, shard to book. And it's really important to get these clan boss rewards. But let's go take a look at the actual team we are running here. And then I'll throw a screenshot up of the Great Hall as well so you guys can see just how bad our stats are and what we're working with here. All right, so here we go. I've got this sorted by recently used first so you guys can kind of see what we have going on. Now, the cool thing about this team is we 3-keyed Nightmare. We don't have any legendaries in this team, actually. I do have Stalthus down here who I've thought about bringing in because he does have that Brimstone. But I kind of use him for other content. He's like a wave clearer for me and a lot of other dungeons and things. And I don't really want to re-gear him for Clan Boss because long-term his kit's not really great for Clan Boss. Now, Rhonda would be a fun option to bring into Clan Boss. We actually have her in a Toxic set right now because we run her in Dragon. We actually did manage to get our Dragon 20 time down to like a minute 40, so we've been using her there. If I could get a Brimstone for her, I would probably rebuild her and try to put her into the Clan Boss because that would be a ton of extra damage we would get. But I have not seen hers pop up there. I'm saving over 20 of my tokens just in case it does come up, and we could grab that there. But let's just go through the team. You got Chani here. We've still got her in the basic lifesteal. And like I said, we're still in 4-star common speed boots. We're in a 5-star common chest plate. But we tried to hit stats on these pieces that would help us have a little bit of survivability in the Clan Boss. You can see some of these aren't even rolled up all the way. On her, we were mainly trying to get some pieces with some accuracy so she can land that HP burn and also extend the debuffs and get that poison sensitivity out to help us out a little bit. So you can kind of see the gear pieces here. Like I said, nothing here is really all that spectacular. It's all pretty bad gear for the most part. We did get lucky where we did wind up with the counterattack accessory. We see we've got a ton of accessories from Farm and Spider. I think we're up to Spider 13 now, so we do have a chance. You can see we do have some 6-star stuff we are starting to get here. We actually do have this 6-star Revenge banner, which would be awesome on her, but it's attack. It's not really going to help us, and we kind of need this accuracy banner on her as well right now because she's only at 204. We'd like to get this ideally up to above 220. So really none of the gear is all that great. I think we did just finish putting all her books together, so we do have her fully booked up, and she does have the Phantom Touch for a little bit of extra damage there. You can see here's just kind of fairly standard Clan Boss masteries. for her there. We do have Taragi, and like I said, he really needs some help. His gear is terrible. We're running him at 2200 defense, which is pretty bad. We need this well over 3000. And that's the thing. When you go from Nightmare to Ultra Nightmare, you're going to have some pretty beefy stats. You got to get your defense up there around 3500, get your HP at a decent spot. So I've been trying to farm Dragon and get some better pieces for him. I'd like to swap this out for a defense percent chest, but I have just not been able to get any lifesteal chest pieces to drop here. As you can see, we just have gloves and some boots and shields and stuff. We don't really have any more chest pieces, but he's mainly just an HP stuff. Common speed boots again that we farmed up from the campaign way back in the day when we first started this account, but pretty standard pieces here. And again, we don't really have any, I wouldn't want to put him in this attack banner either. I guess we only lose 159, but his counterattack, I guess, is not super exciting outside the fact that we could do the attack down with the A1 that he would keep firing off there, which, that might be something to look at. We got cruelty on him to get a little bit of defense down on the clan boss. And then again, pretty standard masteries on him for that there. We got Deacon, he was obviously the promo code reward way back when we started the account, and if you can still get that, I strongly suggest doing that if you're a newer player, because he is an incredible champion to get at the very beginning. He can do so much for you, decrease defense, be that arena lead, speed boosting, just does a whole bunch of cool stuff. Puts the leech out there as well if you want to use him in the clan boss. And again, his gear is all pretty middle of the road. Here we go, 4-star boots, 4-star weapon. Nothing really that crazy on him. I don't even have him in an accuracy banner, and that's what I was saying. I really need to get an accuracy banner for him, because we need to be landing this leech off of the A1 and also the decreased defense on the A2. That's one of the reasons he's kind of been struggling in dungeons, and I actually had to go get a War Maiden. I've got a War Maiden down here at 5-star that I'm using, and you can see here I got 257 on her. So I've actually switched her over to my arena to be my decreased defense in the arena, because I've got some halfway decent speed and accuracy gear on her, and I'm also using her in Dragon 20 now because she's strong affinity. We get that decreased defense for the waves. It's really helped us to get our time down. But Deacon is just kind of unreliable right now for his debuffs. We've got to get an accuracy banner for him and kind of get that fixed up. Again, pretty standard stuff here. I think he's got 2 more books and he's done there. I've actually been investing my epic books in the epics that I'm using because I plan on using them long term, and that's something, some people will tell you, don't book this champion, don't book that champion. But I kind of look at it as if it's a champion I'm going to be using throughout the game for a long time. I don't mind 6-starring them to get that banner slot. I don't mind spending the books on them to make sure their abilities are all kind of at the maximum they can be at. So here's Grappler. Obviously, you guys know I love this guy. He's one of my favorite champions. I think he's very underrated. He's got a really solid kit for a rare. And we got some decent gear for him recently. We got this nice 6-star defense revenge ring, which did get a double roll in HP. Obviously, we have bad glyphs. We don't have any good glyphs right now. Outside of stuff we get from Forge Pass and Doom Tower, we just kind of have the 1-star, 2-star glyphs from doing Faction Wars. But again, he's still in 4-star boots, so this is the thing. We have so much room to upgrade this. We've got a 4-star chest piece, but we did get these 2 really nice perception pieces. We got a double accuracy roll with the double speed there, so that's really helped him. And we got his accuracy up. We did get an accuracy banner finally to drop from Spider. So we've got some decent stats, and that's kind of the cool thing. He's actually got a really solid defense, 36-14, and that's with 4-star gear. So we did okay there on that one. Again, masteries are pretty standard. Obviously, rare champion, his books are all done, so that was pretty easy. And then we do have Hyria here finally, who's one of our main damage dealers, and actually she's our main poisoner for the most part on this team. But again, it's really hard with her because her base stats are so bad. 749 defense. We've managed to get her up to about 2200. So this is where we really need to get that 6-star chest piece, maybe get some better accessories. Obviously, we do have her in the Blood Shield ring, which we got from Clan versus Clan. That did roll a little bit of defense, which is nice. And we do have her an accuracy banner, so not too bad there. A decent pair of boots on her, although it did roll triple flat HP, which kind of sucks. It would have been nicer to get that triple defense. But again, that's what I'm saying. Like the gear, we got a decent perception piece here. We just got to get some better gear for this team. Got another nice accuracy roll there on the crit rate gloves. We're still trying to farm up some 6-star crit rate gloves. That's something we're looking for, so we can start maxing the crit rate out on some of these people, and eventually start getting some more damage out of that. And you can see here she's also pretty slow at 166, so it'd be helpful to get that up a little bit. So that's kind of where we are. But like I said, she is pretty much our main poison champion here. She's got the 5% for 2 turns there. And then she's also got the ally attack, which is fairly useful, except for the fact it's random. It'd be nicer if this was all the whole entire team, but for a rare champion, it's kind of cool to have that ally attack ability, and that's one of the reasons I've always wanted to give her a shot in Clan Boss. She's been a very intriguing champion to me with her kit every time I've pulled her on my other accounts, and I just decided on this one, hey, you know, let's have a little bit of fun and throw her out there and give her a shot. But I did mention, you know, if we're going to go up to Ultra Nightmare, we probably are going to eventually have to make some upgrades here. You know, I was hoping maybe we will get that Brimstone Blessing for Rhonda at some point. We could move her into that spot there. Let's resort this by rank. I did recently pull Hotatsu, and this guy is actually really, really strong for a clan boss. So he instantly jumped to the line as my next 6-star champion on this account. And we actually already started putting some books into him. I haven't really done his masteries yet. I do have enough gems to just do them all together, and I might just do that. Just threw this blood shield ring on him. I was just kind of goofing around, rolling some gear. But he's got a really strong kit because he does have a leech on the A1, very similar to Deacon. He's got a decreased attack on the A2. And then he's got this increased defense on all allies for 2 turns and the continuous heal as well, which is going to be really helpful in increasing our survival. We won't have to worry about having that defense number up so high. Then he does have this passive here where he can remove 1 random debuff from himself at the start of each turn. So it's possible to actually tune him so he can be the stun target and then remove it from himself doing that. So very cool champion. I'm really excited to put him together. And we were pulling some crazy Shadowkin champions on this account. We've got like pretty much all the good Shadowkin champions so far. Lightsworn's a possibility at some point. We may think about using him in Clan Boss. And like I did say, we went ahead and brought up Yaga, and I'm probably going to also eventually bring him in as the primary poisoner. Probably swap him out with Hyria for that position. And I'm not super happy with his build right now. We need to get an accuracy banner for him, and then we're going to go ahead and throw him in and give him a shot, see what he can do. I do have him in a stalwart set just to see if he can do any work with that on him. But again, another champion that kind of gets a bad rap in this game, but we're going to give him a shot and see what he can do. I've used him before. On my main account, he was actually one of my main poisoners for a while because I just had bad luck pulling. But we're going to give it a shot. So we've got some, definitely got some more advancements to make in the clan boss. We've got to try to get the Nightmare to a consistent 3-key. As you saw there, it was very tooth and nail at the end. But if we can get that to a consistent 3-key and then get it down to a 2-key, that's when we'll start working on bringing up some of these champions to think about going for that Ultra Nightmare eventually. You know, I still think that's probably going to be a little ways off. I don't want to set any deadlines on for when we're going to do that, but I'm actually pretty happy. You know, we're already managing to 3-key Nightmare a little less than 3 months into the game. I think that's pretty cool. And like I showed you guys, the gear is really nothing special. So we're going to see what other improvements we can make along the way. But anyways, guys, hope you all enjoyed this video. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below in the comments. I'll do my best to get you an answer as soon as I can. As always, hope you guys are having a great day. Thanks as always for watching, and I will see you again next time.